Please, God, work.
Dun, 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 dun.
Great.
Get it out.
I was hoping it'd be the beginning.
Nice. Cool beans. Well, we are live to the entire small, very small, distinct community.
The entire niche community.
Yes, it's just the 5 of us. That's it.
The best 5.
Yeah.
Oh, let me bump those numbers.
Those are rookie numbers. All right, Mr. Red, if you want to kick us off.
All right, everybody. This is episode 4 of the Roundtable review. Thank you all for joining us. It looks like we increased our numbers as far as submissions, so thank you to everyone who submitted. Like the other episodes, we all picked 2 of our favorites, or just 2 we want to highlight personally, and we're going to go and highlight our picks, and then after that, we're going to scroll the whole list because we got plenty to go over. Like I said, more submissions than last week and the week before, so thank you for that. I'm joined by our other guild mates here. We have Brittany from Ugly Hand Dyes. How you doing, Brittany?
What's up, people?
I like your new hair and your bat sweater.
It's freaking bats.
It's like Halloween season almost, but
always in my soul.
It's always spooky season. We've got Austin Horner. What's up, Austin? From is Astinius Discs?
Yes.
Or Austinius.
I think the natural reaction is throw that U in there.
Yeah.
Doing good. Can't complain.
Good, man. Good. We have our fearless leader, the guild master, Dave. What's up, Dave?
Hi, it's me.
How you doing, buddy?
You know, living the life.
Nice. Good to hear. And then we have a new co-host. We have Jillian from Happy Tree Dyes. How you doing, Jillian?
Hello. Doing good.
And since you're a new co-host, go ahead and introduce yourself. Like, what's your dye page and your forte in dyeing?
Yeah. Well, I'm Jillian with Happy Tree Dyes. I guess I don't really have a forte in dyeing. I do kind of a little bit of everything. And my main social media is Instagram at Happy Tree Dyes.
Nice. Hell yeah. Well, thanks again for joining us. Jory's out of town tonight, so thank you for hopping in and joining the crew.
For sure. I'm excited.
All right. Let's get into it here. I think we're going to go with Brittany's picks first. So let's check out your first pick here.
It's a mystery to me too, guys.
Then who do we have in the chat, Brittany? Who's poking around in the chat tonight?
I see Die Dude. Heyo. Got
What up?
Chaz, which I'm assuming it says Chaz Mac, and then we got Eddie, who we're going to talk about really shortly here. Smintini, Dilicious.
What up, everybody?
And the one and only X to the Z.
X to the Z. Is Bob Gator here?
Just X to the Z. He is slacking tonight.
All right, let me see if this is coincidentally doing the same thing it did last week. And I tried to paste it. And it's not going to the right post. Do you remember what your first pick was? Let me see. I think
UFO.
Yes, the alien abduction. I think that was towards the bottom here. Could be wrong.
Now, based on sheer numbers, there must be life out there, right?
I think so.
That's my assumption.
I hope so.
Yeah, that would be kind of weird if it was just us. That's kind of almost like scarier to think about.
Well, then it'd be like different planets waiting for us to be the aliens. It's like, oh, come on, guys, get it going.
It's a lot of pressure if we're the only life. Like, oh, we're not doing so great.
But we got sick dyes here, so true. Like, what would the dyes be like on other planets? You know,
That's
with like different elements and like.
maybe they can glow on their own. you know, that'd
Thinking
be like
discs will be understable in space.
all right.
All right.
So I picked this beauty.
Yes.
Triple D dies. I don't remember if we've had Triple D in the past, but fantastic dyer. I thought this was really neat. So when you have a complicated and busy design like this, a glue bed in the background is always like a little risky, or you got to be careful, you got to be smart with it, right? And I think that this was well executed where the background is fun and exciting, but not too much for the rest of it. I love the negative space on the mountains. I think that was a really good call and also a hard decision to make, to be
Yeah.
like, I'm just leaving this. I'm leaving it as it is because some of us, like me, like to just keep going. So I thought that was a really cool choice. There's no outlines on a lot of that yellow. So that's fun and different and challenging. He must have, outlined the stencil conscientiously ahead of time to leave that space to fill in later. So really awesome choice around the UFO itself and around the clouds. I thought that was cool.
I didn't even notice the yellow outline until you pointed it out. That's actually impressive.
It really makes it pop
Yeah.
and highlights each feature, just a little bit, not too much.
I've always wanted to do the stencil too, and I've noticed I didn't want to do it because there's a lot of little dots and thin lines on there, and he got it.
He went for it.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, good color choices. I like it.
I'd love to see it UV because I already know it's gonna look awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially like all those yellow parts.
Yes, that yellow behind the cloud.
So the yellow by the mountains, do you think that's like added texture, or is that from the stencil?
Down at the bottom there.
Yeah.
I think that's
Here?
purposeful.
Yeah, but those like added texture not within the stencil,
Oh, I see what you're
I
saying.
don't know.
like a sponge or something.
Yeah, because you see there's like those little like lighter parts here.
It seems like the bottom ones are stencil, and then maybe he went in after and was like, I'm gonna like blend it out.
There's some texturing up in the UFO too, like kind of the rusty effect.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that does look like it's added later. Some of it, but some of it looks stencil too. It's a good blend.
Yeah, it's like almost like this beam is kicking up like rocks in the front, and these are almost like rocks in the back behind the beam.
Yeah.
Almost. That's the kind of stuff. I mean, it takes stencil dyes to the next level. It's like those little tiny things.
And like the yellow lightning bolts, it's hard to not get, if you're doing like the black stencil, not to get the black little thin hair lines in there too.
Yeah, I don't see any of those. So
Yeah.
maybe he went over, did like what I guess we've been calling a Jory method now with the denatured alcohol rather than a hot dip, because the hot dips, it's harder to control that. Or he went and covered that with something like contact paper or vinyl or glue and hot dipped it. But
Wait, this disc is better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I love like, looking at the whole picture, and then like when we get a chance to zoom in on some of this stuff, and it's just you start finding more and more things to be impressed by.
I do have to mention that Gator is in the house, and Moog says, hey.
Oh, sweet.
And we got Kim Bird, or Birdie.
What up? What up?
Yeah, the starry background is really nice. Little detail there.
Yeah, and there's even like texture in the glue bed as well.
Yes.
Like space dust or something. Deep space galaxy. And then I like this down here. Like, what do you think this is down at the bottom here? Is that like a treetop or something?
Like the top of a tree that's up close.
Yeah. I dig it.
Neat.
Very fun.
All right. So thank you, Triple D Dies. That name sounds familiar. I feel like we've looked at some Triple D Dies.
I'm pretty sure he also did a Guildmate Gauntlet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he's, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's fairly new as well.
Oh, okay.
I could
Sweet.
be wrong, but Sorry.
And then it says it's on a watt. And Dave, I know you're an MVP fan. Have you thrown the watt? I know my buddy Josh putts with them, and he likes them a lot.
Yes, you should speak to Austin because
Oh,
he likes
Yeah,
the watts.
We did one of the watts though, but the event stamp from Charlotte, and it made the bag pretty quick. It's pretty much just like a point and shoot kind of approach.
So Mr. Horner's bag is just die discs that are signed. That's all he throws.
It is getting there.
swag.
One of those is still in the tree.
All right, let's go to the next one here. I feel like this one's at the bottom.
Yeah, so I can give you a little information ahead of time while you're looking for it. This one, this is somebody who was asking for a little bit of guidance, and last time we had mentioned that we would love to do that.
Yes.
So even though Dory's not here, I thought we would, still honor that. He was asking about acetone painting and saying he's having issues with the black stencil bleeding into the rest of the color. That is definitely a risk with acetone, and it definitely happens. It can even happen with DA. My suggestion is to start with DA, and I have talked to him a little bit outside of this. So I think learning, and so I know he's like willing and has mixed up some DA stuff. And he's in the chat, so let's talk about it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. At least he was.
So this is what you guys are talking about right here. The circled parts here, where it the black is kind of blending into the surrounding blues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, the denatured alcohol is pulling the black out of your stencil, and I feel like no matter how much you wash it, it is still a risk for that to happen. Washing it really good and maybe even going over it with Goo Gone and then washing it again with soap can help with any excess black that is either in the stencil or on the plastic. But there's a couple different things you can do. One of my first recommendations is start with DA. You're going to learn the medium a little bit. It's a little bit more forgiving. But if you're really wanting to do acetone, a lot of people do it. It definitely can be done. Start with very little on your brush. When you have a lot of acetone on your brush, those little like bubbles, those little blobs of acetone are going to just pull out that dye. So you want to like keep the brush moving, keep it not a lot of medium on there, and then also really edge that black. Touch the black as little as possible. You want to go right up to it. I'm curious if he's using like cotton swabs or a paintbrush. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but if you are,
yeah, let us know.
Let us know. I think either one can work though perfectly fine, but you might want to be dabbing off some of that excess dye onto a paper towel or on the side of the bottle and just using a little bit at a time and build it up slowly rather than starting with a lot of dye.
Yeah, I find that acetone painting, it's very harsh, and even where you place it and you lift up can make a difference. Because
100%.
Like you can leave a little dab of where you lift up or took it off.
Yep. Every stroke has to be deliberate. So like a lot of times I'll work my way into the black, like end at the black, and keep it moving until it's like evaporated. You don't see any more of that moisture on there. I know Jillian does a lot of hand painting as well. So I wanted to make sure you had a chance to give any tips you might have.
Yeah, I agree with everything you all said. I was actually just going to chime in and say pulling up in the black to get to not have that blob where it sits. But I think you all touched on everything.
He did say he's using a brush.
Okay.
I would say try Q-tips. I have a little bit of an easier time getting like smoothness
really smooth with
with
the Q-tips,
as opposed to a paintbrush. So or do lotion and then kind of just do your shading with just a Q-tip.
Yes, that's also a really good way, especially like when you're first get starting to learn it. You can just get those little details in there that way. Yeah, using a brush. See, Xander says DA life, like denatured alcohol. I think you can learn it first with DA and then progress to acetone if that's what you want to do. but the DA is good. Also, I did want to say if you leave parts of the stencil on there, it can help prevent bleeding a little bit
Okay.
into like other sections. So that might be a good way when you're starting off as well. You just have to pull the vinyl off really slowly, or you get these little like vinyl boogers stuck on that disc.
I don't like vinyl boogers.
Vinyl boogers bad, not my friend. I don't really like any boogers, to be honest. Do you have any other questions, Eddie? Like anything that you want? Yeah, I pull as I move for the next color. Yeah, I think it's a good way to prevent some of the bleeds. Get that DA going. I think the DA is going to be your friend. It's not going to pull that black out quite as aggressively, and it won't evaporate so fast that you can't go over it and get rid of it.
So, Jillian, what do you usually use for your painting and blending?
Well, I started off with just pure acetone, but adding in the denatured alcohol has been a complete game changer. I pretty much just start with my glue bed mix, and then I thin it down with denatured alcohol. I usually go for like a 50-50, unless I want it really light, then add more denatured alcohol. But yeah, it's so much better for blending. It's so much more forgiving than just like straight acetone.
I think it's a little easier on the plastic too. I have scratched plastic with acetone myself.
Yep,
But that might be a
same.
me problem. Eddie did make some DA, and he said now he's kind of switching over to that and is enjoying it. So I think
Nice.
that is a good tip. That's gonna make it a little easier for you.
I really need to start doing DA because all I have in DA is just black.
And you like that, so
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like I still need to lotion paint the stencil I did during Jory's class that he did. So I did the skull, and my plan was to fill in the stencil with like Caribbean blue, like a lightish blue, and then I still need to go out and get some denatured alcohol. But I was going to mix up denatured alcohol and then something like a sonic blue or like a bright blue, a darker shade to like kind of just go around the border of the
Like
stencil
with DA.
Yeah, with the D,
Yeah.
with like
Yeah.
like the darker would
Yeah.
it would be like a darker like little border to give it like some depth maybe.
Yeah, and you can do it before or after, but I do think before is a little better.
Okay.
I feel like DA is so hot right now.
It's so hot.
Well, it just, it adds, you can add so much more depth to your disc with the shading and the different colors.
Yeah, and like the videos I've seen of people doing it, it's really like a simple kind of process that adds so much.
Yeah.
And speaking of video, we have a video recorded with Brittany that I need to edit for a masterclass.
Painting
what's
with
that?
DA.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's what it's going to be.
Yep.
Well, I do the whole process of like what I do to dye a disc. So it's a little bit of everything, but I did focus a lot more on DA painting. So that will be available soonish.
Nice.
Clock's
Ish.
ticking.
I know.
Once Dave finishes his 20 other projects.
The laundry list is long.
But I am happy to help. If I know Eddie, you've messaged me a couple times, and that's totally fine. Like I'm happy to help along the way.
Yeah, and I feel like that goes for all of us. Like if we don't touch on something during the show, like I feel like all of our inboxes are open, and then we also have the community Facebook page.
Yeah.
The Dyers Guild. That's what it's called, right? The Dyers Guild community Facebook page is the full name.
Yes. Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah. So if you're not in that, join that board. Any kind of question, post, whatever.
Yeah.
Feel free to share.
So everybody inbox is open except mine. I'm just kidding.
Yours is full.
Do
It's
not
like
contact Dave. We will speak for Dave.
It's like when you would call someone's cell phone back in the day, and like their inbox would be full, and you just like couldn't leave a voicemail.
You might as well send a letter.
Eddie says thanks. Yeah, let us know if you have any other questions.
Nice. Well,
Shameless
thank you,
plug.
Eddie.
Facebook group.
Yeah.
We're over 600 members now, so
Sick.
It's been growing a lot.
Yeah.
And it's been really, really fun. Good feedback.
We've been
really
trying to
positive
point
place.
any new gold kit owner towards the Facebook group with any of their first attempts and stuff like that. show off and get pointed in the right direction.
Makes sense.
And Dave, there's a Discord page too, right?
There is. You can find a link to that on the Dyers Guild website. Same with the Facebook group that I just put in the chat. But yes.
All right. Well, thanks again. And like Brittany touched on, this was something like Jory kind of like threw down the gauntlet last week. And, you know, this whole show, like it's for, you know, seasoned dyers all the way down to beginners. And like, we definitely want to get like people either like seasoned dyers taking like risks on like a new method. And, you know, we like giving advice. That's a huge part of this show. So like, don't be scared if like you're a newer dyer, and like, don't be intimidated by some of the dyes. Like, we want to give help. We want to give guidance, critiques, compliments, constructive criticism. So don't be scared to post. So right here, I want to do my picks here. This is one from Josh DiCarlo. And this is someone that I throw with down here in Austin. And he doesn't really have like an Instagram or like a Facebook. He doesn't really post any of his dyes. And like, he'll just show up to the course with this stuff. And I'm like, bro, you need, like, people need to see this stuff. Like, it's like some of his stuff is seriously wild. And this is one like I specifically told him to post. And what he said was, it's a Fission Crave dyed using Floetrol and silicone oil in a Floetrol bed. He said, it's my attempt at taking the classic lazy wave style to a cellular level. Now, what I think he said, I think Lilbot did a tutorial on this method, did he?
I think so.
Yeah, I think I remember him doing that. And I think that's like kind of like what he was going for here. And there's something about his mixes. I think he posted some more discs down at the bottom that we'll look at. But like, there's something about the way he mixes and lays out his cell beds that I keep telling him, like, I feel like they're super, super unique. They've got like this dirtiness to them. Like, I almost tell him it's like when your TV's like kind of like switching between channels, like back in the day, like an analog TV. I don't know. This is just super bright, and I think it's super unique. And the colors are just out of this world. What do you guys think about it?
It reminds me of those old like melted crayon projects you do back in the day.
That's awesome.
Like, yeah, it's like solid colors and they're all there. And it's kind of blended, but they also stay separate.
I'm surprised he didn't get much brown with all those colors.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think it's super cool that you guys have this like on-course relationship and you're like doing your own things, but also like vibing off each other. I think that's a big part of the disc dye and disc golf community is like, you know, just enjoying each other's work and giving each other support. It's awesome. I love the little bits where it is the lazy wave you can see coming through.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a line of rainbow fun, and then you have like chaos cell just thrown in there. It's good. I love it.
It's like if a lazy wave and a chameleon had a baby, it would be this.
Yeah. It is what it is. And this
Lazy
guy's just out there
chameleon?
doing experiments.
It's a lazy chameleon.
And what I've kind of like, I feel like what he's done, like, I feel like he watched the Lilbot tutorial like one time and that was it. Like, he got the basics down and everything is just like kind of his concoction at this point. And I was like, I can kind of see like the Lilbot style, but like I see like his uniqueness like shining through. Like, he's not going back every time and like watching the tutorial, trying to match it, watching it again, trying to match it. Like, he watched it once, he got an idea of the recipe, and he's just kind of going with it.
All right, we have some really important chat updates. I just must. First of all, we have Happy Little Accidents in the house.
Oh, what up?
Yay!
Yeah, that's awesome. Garbanzo says, send those on Gear Up. Which is epic. Yeah, chameleon babies, rainbow cannolis. I like the rainbow cannolis, Chaz. That's yeah. Yep. And then Bob Gator is here. So
Yeah, Xander said we need to get these low-key dyers out into the open and let them know that they're the shit. And that's what I'm doing. That's like I've been throwing with him for over a year now since I moved to Austin, and he's been dying pretty much this whole time. And I'm not saying that like, hey, you got to make an Instagram, you got to be on the web, you got to do XYZ. But like when I see shit like this, I'm like, I know people that would like this. So like, I don't know.
It's us. We're the people.
And it's cool that he's just like doing his own thing, and it, like I'm not doing what other kind of what other people are doing because he's using a little bit of yours, but he's not doing it like I saw this on Facebook. He's just doing his thing and having fun, and that's what it's all about.
I think it's doing it for the right reasons, right? Like,
yeah.
What you like, what you want to create versus people are going to love this. I'm going to show it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's easy to get sucked into that.
For sure. The one bit of constructive criticism I would give him is I'm pretty sure he went to glue mask this rim, and it looks like we just got like some bleeds going over into the rim, like around the inside there. Like nothing major, but like, I mean, if he was striving for perfection, like that's what I always try to tell people. Like, it's not bad, it's not terrible, but if your goal was perfection and no bleeds, like I'm big on the glue masking. I'm big, especially on these MVP discs.
I think we used electrical tape.
Electrical, yes. Electrical tape's the way.
It like, if you kind of work it in, it just like catches that edge.
Okay, and does Ivan have a tutorial for that?
I believe he does. That was the first place that I heard of it. So yeah.
Garbanzo says he hasn't mastered the rim job.
Oh, God.
Well, you just got to get those reps in.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a bit of a learning curve. But yeah, so Josh, I would say check out Ivan's video, or feel free to ask one of our guild mates here for advice on the electrical tape masking method. I probably should try that out too. But if glue is your preferred method, I always say 2 layers every time. Let it completely dry.
He is in the chat. He said he tried to glue mask it.
Well, if anybody wants me to show them how to do a rim job, just hit me up.
Is that a Patreon exclusive?
Yeah.
You have to pay for it though.
So Josh, we might have to show you the electrical tape method, but like I said, my only guess is maybe you didn't do a thick enough layer on the glue mask. I don't know if you did 1 or 2, but like I said, if you're doing a glue mask, 2 layers every time. If you think you're good with 1, you're probably not. Just always 2. Whether it's the rim on one of these, or even if you're doing like protecting a stamp.
I think especially with Floetrol, it's a little more aggressive and it'll sneak through.
Yep. But yeah, great die. This dude has I feel like he has a dozen craves. I'm trying to work the crave into my bag, but I feel like I see people talk about the crave.
It's an amazing disc. I love my Fission Crave. It's money. And
we tried order some blanks to use, and then they showed up with orange rims, and it's like, nope.
Yeah, I like the orange rims. Like these are mine. I'm gonna keep them.
Yeah. Fission plastic is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool plastic to dye on. I feel like it has like that matte kind of finish, but still sucks in dye like a glossy finish.
Dye Dude says only rims. That's for you, Dave. You offered. You offered.
Hey, money is money. Getting off track here. Come on.
It's the chat. It's not me.
Well, you're giving into the chat.
Oh,
I'm representing the people.
Rims, we're rolling out, picking up speed.
All right, for my second one, I had to go with this one from Death Putt Disc Dyes. This is another cellular dye. There's multiple methods going here.
So many.
They said in love with stencils and combining different techniques. This is on a Volt. This is like MVP night, I feel like.
MVP is so hot.
It's so hot right now.
MVP and DA, yeah. But yeah, this is another thing I'm a sucker for on multiple levels. 1 being The Simpsons, a lifelong Simpsons fan. And 2, anything with multiple methods. So we've got a cell die on the outside here, a spin die on the inside. Then we've got a stencil with some very bold and bright, I'm assuming lotion dye on this one. And that bold color in the stencil, just like, it almost looks 3D, especially in the way like it's kind of, Bart's popping out of this inner circle too. I also like the colors, the greens here, and then just like the little smatterings of pink. I always think that's cool. And like, like a fun thing with cell dyes, like seeing that like just kind of like peek out after you swipe. And this is a great episode of The Simpsons too. I believe this is when Bart orders the squishy that's made entirely out of syrup. Yeah. And then him and Milhouse go on like some crazy sugar high adventure throughout Springfield. I think there's like a musical scene too. Yeah. But yeah, I love this, and then I always love a good snow pick too.
True. People always hate on green, but when you have green this bright, it's actually really easy to find.
Yeah, it's actually kind of hurting my eyes right now.
So you want me to make it bigger then?
I like the eyes with the yellow or green in it.
Yeah. It's a nice touch. The color matching is amazing. Like that is Bart color. Like
yeah.
It's very good.
I feel like
I struggle with that sometimes, I think.
I was gonna say I feel like it's really good, but all the green around it makes it look off.
It's like too contrasty almost, yeah.
Or maybe like the low light might not be popping the yellow as hard as it would like in the sunlight.
I like you mentioned the pink showing up in the cell beds, kind of matching and contrasting like with the cover of the whatever he's drinking. Slushy.
Yeah, squishy.
So squishy. Gotta get a little accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sweet. I love like the pink down there, the purple, this like other. I'm gonna guess that might be the key lime neon green. But yeah, just I'm in love with the colors. Just a little bit of purple here.
Yeah,
foreshadowing for the shade event later.
It's so dope.
I'd like to see it under a black light.
This seems to be a common theme tonight. And yeah, in the future, if you want to like upload 2 shots or more of the same disc, UV, non-UV.
Yeah, Garbanzo said if Bart had a drop shadow, that would be pretty cool, which I think would be a cool addition to this. That would really bring it to the next level with that 3D effect with that spin.
So what would that be exactly?
A drop shadow, so like a little shading, like say behind his head and around his neck and like under the straw, like just like a little shadow to make him pop out of the like vortex he's going down.
Yeah, I think pretty much shading anywhere outside like his belly, right at the bottom part, to like make sure that that's cutting that's like the foreground of the shadow.
So when you say drop shadow, you're talking outside of the character, outside of the stencil, right?
Well, I don't know. It's Garbanzo's suggestion, so I'm interpreting it my own way, but maybe
how I would do it is that makes sense. The back of the head, and then like I said, I was thinking just as long as you don't go below his body or below like the outside ring,
right? Because that's like
right. That's
front.
Like the foreground.
Yeah.
I just got an idea. Has anyone ever done a 3D disc, like where you like put on the 3D glasses?
It has been done.
It has been done?
Well, I don't know if it's been with glasses, but like where you have like the red and blue like next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen 1 or 2, and I have tried to replicate, but it's a tricky concept.
Yeah.
Man, shit's getting wild.
Oh yeah.
A normal glue bed? Pfft, what are you doing? Come on, man. You need to do those images where you have to cross your eyes to see the 3D thing. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Magic
next.
Eye.
Magic
remember
Eye.
those.
Magic eyes, yeah.
Magic Eye. That's coming next.
All right. So let's go with, let's see here. Let's go with Mr. Horner here. Let's get your first pick pulled up. And this is from Chaz, once again from Dark Shepherd Dies.
Let's see. Yeah, I like this one a lot. kind of nerdy that way with medieval stuff, so that always jumps out. But then when you kind of look at it a little deeper, it's one of those ones when you go in, you kind of see the shading that's done on the tunic and the fabric a little bit. It's almost, yeah, like you kind of get there, and then like around like the crest and the shoulders, kind of get it like a little bit there. Looks pretty good. Otherwise, it'd just be like that flat white color. And then I don't know if they did the cross thatching by hand for the chainmail portion.
That's what it sounded like in the description, that it was by hand.
Yeah.
I have to assume toothpick. Toothpicking that on.
So it says UVZ
Oh,
wasp
yep, chainmail 100%.
stencil using custom denatured alcohol black mix, hand painted with denatured alcohol and acetone. Glue bed for background. The chainmail was 100% hand painted, and then this
Hand paint.
Oh!
Subliminally, it was painful.
Oh.
No, this one's good too. Like maybe an unintended thing, or maybe intentional. But like if you kind of zoom out, by the foot, by the boot, seems to be like one of the brightest areas. Almost like it, or I don't know if it's like shaded, so it's like almost definitely seems like more of a ground, like grounding the knight in the fire.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like that's pretty good. And like everything just kind of springing from it. It's a pretty good effect. Oh, I like it a lot.
Of course you would.
Nerd.
And yeah, this is Chad's page on Instagram. If you haven't seen it or followed him, Dark Shepherd Dye's got a lot of cool stuff.
Ooh, more
Chad says he
Simpsons.
did the chainmail with a brush.
With a brush.
With a brush, low.
That's was it a tiny like
One hair.
one-haired brush?
This is a brush for ants.
What? It's a single horsehair.
There's also a lot of spots on here that don't have a black line for the stencil, so
I like it.
it's
I
a
like
really
it.
nice addition.
I don't know. You almost get like the good, better shading of it, kind of when it's zoomed out. Like from the further back, I almost feel like I see more in like the bottom tunic, but
Yeah, it's dope. And the glue bed behind it is fire. I'll be here all night.
straight fast.
Nice.
It's an excellent choice for the glue bed. It's
Yeah.
like he's emerging from it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's walking from the fire or the fire's emitting from him. It's like the same difference.
A small detail brush used for painting miniatures, which I feel like I need that in my life.
So a brush
thank
for
you
ants.
the
Same.
recommendation. Yeah.
Oh, is that a warhammer?
Probably.
You're right, Brittany. Parts of it do look like it's almost no outline, and that it looks really cool. It makes it look really realistic, I think.
Yeah, it adds the realism, right?
Yeah.
But it's also fun that some of it has a bold black outline that's almost
Yeah, it's like selective parts of it.
yeah,
Very cool. Very stylistic.
very styled, yeah. And like very conscientious, like a lot of thought went into like where do I want it to be this bold line, where do I want it to be
And look,
more
look,
realistic.
the
Yeah.
sword here, is it like engulfing that part of the sword? Or?
Right? Like I don't know. Is it emitting from it? Like
Yeah.
it might have been a stencil choice, or is that all?
Or as an accident, it's like, God damn it. Well, we'll roll with it.
It's like art's subjective. Like, you know, like it could be an accident, but we're like, man, like what's he got going on here? Like
The flame is like
go
pulling him back in.
Very sick.
Yeah, the faded foot is cool.
That should be a name of a band.
Faded foot.
Too bad
We
we
don't
don't
have
play
that.
bass.
We don't have Jory here for his feet comments.
Thank God.
And yet I can still hear them in my head.
Says the sword was an accident. I know you were kind of hard on
Ooh.
yourself on this one. Like you're like, oh, there's things I would do differently. But us outsiders are just like, dude, that's
Yeah.
dope.
Like
Yeah.
when I saw it first, didn't think accident, you know?
Mhm.
Like I
Wait,
think
Jory's here? Oh, damn it.
Wait, what?
He's in the chat.
You've been found out.
I love Jory. Jory's the best.
It's not the same without him.
Apache and Jory. All right, let's go to the second pick from Mr. Horner. This is from Keith Pelkey Jr.
Yeah, this one is in the description. It's just a second generation full call cell bed, but I don't know. It looks really cool, and sometimes it takes like that second effort, or sometimes like you get what you're going for in the first one, and then all of a sudden you get like, and we just talked about those happy kind of accidents with the second round. So I think maybe that's what happened here, but it really pops very well. A lot of, like we talked about before with some of the mixing of colors, like there are browns in there, but it's not ugly. Like it's kind of defined with all the other colors too.
I wonder what the original colors were that you did.
Yeah.
Well, it's perfect on a Maple Hill disc, so it definitely has that like maple tree fall vibe going for it.
And it's gone.
Yeah.
And the little ponds.
Yeah, ponds, leaves. That's just
Yeah, little pools of water.
I'm such a sucker for the chunky cells and then like the miniature ones within the chunkiness.
I like that too.
They're very chunky, very chunky, very
So
nice.
chunky.
And it really looks like a leaf that like fell in the fall and is starting to kind of decay, and it gets those little holes in it, and it's like you see these tiny little cells in there, and it really reminds me
like
of
a
a leaf.
little dew on the leaf. You get the little drops.
Yeah, it's like a leaf changing colors. You know, you have the bright leaf, then all just fading and dying.
And so, yeah, speaking to the point of it being a second generation, this was something I was talking to my buddy Josh about, the cell bed we saw earlier. And he texted me a picture of something. He's like, am I doing something wrong with my first cell beds? Because I've noticed that my second ones look better. And I'm like, hey, so what I gave him the burner disc tip. So if you guys are like dying cell beds and you don't know about like the burner disc, like it's essentially just laying out your cell bed and then putting like a base plastic disc in, letting it sit for a second, and then pulling it up to get this second generation. Like for some reason, I think Josh was like, he thought he had to dye that first one and let it sit to get the second one. And it's like, no, well, you can actually just use the burner disc.
Yeah, like instead of saran wrap or something, people are just actually using a burner disc because it just seems to get the right pull when you pull it up. This does kind of remind me of prismatic cells or prismatic, what are they called? At Yellowstone, they have like prismatic lakes, like all those, the bacteria.
Yeah.
With the different colors. Prismatic ponds. I think they're prismatic ponds.
Ooh.
But it has a little bit of that vibe going too.
Nice.
Let's see.
And Jory, we love you. We did you good. We like helped give some advice because you weren't here.
Is this what you're talking about? The prismatic springs?
Right? Don't you see it a little bit where like those blue ones with like the golden orange color?
That's like exactly it.
Dude, that's sick.
You
Nature's cell bed.
Don't jump in one, but definitely go look at one.
Yeah.
Oh no, you gotta wait for the second tip, right?
Don't be the second and don't be the first. There is no generation that continues if you go in one of those.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I feel like
right?
Last generation cell.
Especially if you zoom in on like one of these.
Like that blue one on top, or that one right there, that one, yes.
Every single one of those is like a whole different, it could be like its own bed. Like it's wild. We could pick like a favorite cell.
It's like when you see those time-lapse things where it's like it's zooming in on your hand and it goes to the cells and then it goes deeper and then it's like the galaxies, it's like one of those things, like galaxies, and then like from really big things to really small things.
Yeah, you just keep zooming and zooming and zooming.
Enhance. Yeah, it's so dope. And this was Keith Pelkey Jr. And I would say if you guys, for future submissions, I don't know if this person has a dye page or not, but make sure if you have like an Instagram or a Facebook or a dye name, plug your shit. You got it.
Might as well.
We'll shout you out, and I'm going to try to like like I did with Chaz, I'm gonna try to like feed in, your Instagram feed. So yeah, I don't know if Keith does or not, but yeah, in the future, if you got one,
Put it on there.
Plug yourself. All right, so looks like we have Jillian up next while Dave makes his picks. I hear some clicking.
He's a master multitasker. Look at him go.
I hear some clicking. All right,
Xander, stop.
This is Jillian's first pick from Gary, and I think we know who Gary is here.
Yeah, so I picked this one for two reasons. I'm a huge fan of Gary's work, and I am a huge fan of beer. So this was a no-brainer for me.
Hell yeah.
There's a lot of like cool little tricks going on here that I just thought were really cool. There's a stencil. There's some really smooth like alcohol painting, and then there's some texturing in the foam up there. And there's even drop shadowing, which is what he was talking about earlier. So underneath the foam there. So I don't even know how he did these bubbles, but they're absolutely incredible.
If you would do a bubble lesson for all of us, we would love you.
They're really cool.
We'll send you our stickers.
I wonder if
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I
it's
wonder if they
great.
were masked off, because obviously you have to do the
I think
darker
the part
part.
individually done, right? Or no?
Well, you got the dark background. You have to do that. You can't do the bubbles after you do the background because you work from light to dark.
I'm picturing stencil circles on there, and then he peeled them off at the end, and then went in and filled them in. But I'm completely guessing.
Yeah, he said circle stencils to keep them white.
Maybe he'll tell us if we're right, Gary.
Yeah, yep. He said.
And I feel like he said on the podcast when he was doing like clouds or whatever, I think he did glue masking for like clouds in the sky.
Yeah, he did that with like, correct me if I'm wrong, but he did the glue, then he dabbed it with cotton swab, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, it's rad. There's even like a shadow underneath like every single little bubble.
And like every color on there has to be customized, like layers, because none of those seem like colors that currently exist.
It's probably red.
He does like red.
Don't sleep on red.
No, but he's an eye-dye fan, isn't he?
Yeah, he said the foam is glued mask with cotton balls.
Glue mask.
With cotton balls.
So you like glue off the parts you want really, really white, is what you're saying? Or you use a cotton ball to make a glue mask?
He uses the cotton ball to make the glue mask.
Okay.
Because
I did listen, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I was trying to rack my brain. I was like, okay, how did he do those clouds?
Yeah.
I think it was with glue. Yeah.
Yeah. Dabs it on.
Little dabble do ya.
Oh, you show off. Look at you.
Ooh. Where is that on here?
I don't know if I could show the other one he gave me.
I think that got us in trouble last time.
You think that? Oh, you think that's what it was?
Mm-hmm.
My camera's focusing.
It was too accurate.
But they canceled it.
Oh,
it was like
there it was.
temporary.
I'm pretty sure it was
They're like,
man. A man was the model for that disc, so we're fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's an amazing disc. I don't think anybody could argue otherwise. Even if you don't like beer, that's incredible. Which I do like beer, for the record.
What's everybody's go-to beer?
I love a good like smoky stout, but not a sweet one.
Scotch ales.
Oh, strong.
Y'all are fancy.
White Claw?
It's like, yeah, I'm rocking the seltzers tonight.
I like
Me too.
IPAs.
IPAs? You're a happy gal.
I like IPAs. I do drink stouts in the winter though.
Yeah, I like one or two. It's not like an all night thing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like one good milk stout.
Oh yeah,
so good.
Nice. I feel like I was big into IPAs like maybe
Uh-oh.
5-6 years ago, but as I've gotten older, I've like gotten lighter and lighter and lighter.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of cervezas, and then as I refer to I refer to them as bowling alley beers. So like an old Milwaukee
Like
or
Bush
like a
Light.
PBR. No, not Bush Light.
Okay. PBR's the full flavor one.
Yeah, and then I feel like down here they have was it like Lone Star Lager? I call that like Texas PBR. It's good. It's good stuff. But yeah, like Miller High Life, like stuff you drink like while bowling.
That's why won't you drink champagne when you're bowling?
Exactly.
I used to work at a brewery and I got to help them make beer sometimes. It was really fun.
Nice. Did you get free beer?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
But I was like the favorite, so.
Do you guys have any courses on breweries up by you?
Courses?
Yeah, like this golf course. Like down here, there's a couple. There's one at Live Oak Brewing Company and Austin Beer Works. So it's like you go through like the brewery, and then there's like 18 holes out back.
I can't think of any, but
I haven't been, but Leinenkugel's got a course up there. They run tournaments up as well.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was just like a thing down here or like nationwide. But this was the first city I'd ever seen anything like it. So the Mint Disc headquarters is attached to Austin Beer Works, and then there's 18 holes, and like the way they have it designed, it's like to get to hole 1, you walk through the brewery and the pro shop, and then you play 9 holes, and then you walk through again, so you can reload on beer. It's pretty cool.
I think
good course design.
Another round is definitely like a destination place that I have to visit at some point.
Hell yeah. All right, let's get to Jillian's second pick. Is it Death Putt?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks for the general beer topic. Happy little accidents.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Yeah, my next pick is this one. I picked it because it's pretty funky. There's just a lot going on here. There's chameleon cells in the middle. I've never done this part on the middle part of it where it's like a spin die, but it's also like, I guess, masked off a little bit.
Mhm.
Never tried that, but I think it's really cool. And then the spin die on the outside. I just thought it was super creative, and I love when people like mash up several different styles. So yeah, I think it's really neat.
It looks like they have a backspin too.
I like the way the cell bed in the front like gives it kind of like motion feel. Like spinning.
It
Do you
reminds
guys
me
know
like
how that metal part's done? With the masking spin part?
glue masking
Anybody ever-
or the cell.
The pink part where it's like a spin die, but I guess it's a glue mask as well. Is that how it works?
Mhm.
I've just never done it.
It's like a bunch of C's, and then while your record player is spinning, you drag a toothpick through it, is my guess.
Yeah, so it looks like they laid down like a line here, and then up at the top, and then made the C's, and then as it's spinning, drag your utensil or fork or whatever they use.
Yeah, could have been a fork.
For whatever reason, this reminds me of like a fission reactor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it should be on. Yeah, it should be a chemical reaction happening on a disc.
It's an interesting blend of colors too. Like I feel like I haven't seen a color combination like this before.
And what was the color of the disc? It was white.
Yeah, it looks.
They put down a layer of pink first on that like glue mask spin die, and then put another layer of probably like a pansy or a pinkish purple over the top of it.
So do you think it was?
Because the glue mask part isn't white. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. So they put down a layer first, and then glue mask it, and then you do another layer once the glue dries, and you get that cool effect.
I'll have to try that. It's really neat.
You should. It's fun.
I don't do a lot of glue masking in general.
It can be intimidating, you know. There's a lot of different designs out there, and you're kind of like, what am I doing? It's good to refer to something for the first few and be like, this is what I want to recreate.
Definitely.
And it kind of has that neon effect on the outside, like Sun Chaser, I think it is, likes to do.
And this is Death Putt Dice, who also did the Bart Dice.
Definitely a jack of all trades, right? Like you see
Oh,
a lot
wow.
of everything.
Got some Nelson.
You can't have Bart without Nelson.
Let's see if this. I don't know if this will play or not. It's like a little collage video. So yeah, you got some stencils, you got some cells. Hell yeah.
Lotion painting. Spins.
Oh yeah, so this was from.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is one of Austin's picks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I grabbed that one.
Okay, so yeah, here's another one. This looks like an even more intricate glue masking. Yeah, good stuff.
Super fun and looks really experimental. Lots of different things going on, which is keeps it interesting.
So yeah, if you're not following Death Putt Dice on Instagram, get on there and give them a follow. All right, Dave, do you got your picks yet?
Sure. We'll go with the one that looks like a weight.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I saved that one for you, Dave. You said you like that one.
Yes.
It's
Thank
very
you.
cool.
Did I pass it?
Yep.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I like the shading and the rust texture.
Yeah, like just a little bit of it too.
Just the right amount. It's really nice.
Do you like this because you lift so much weight?
Oh yeah. Ooh, just you know, people like six packs, but I like kegs.
They're very heavy. Great for lifting.
Yes.
But yeah, this is sweet. That rust texture, like it looks like rust, color and texture wise.
Some well-placed shading there. Always a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's another bowl.
This is Chaz again. Dark Shepherd Dies. Stencil using denatured alcohol, custom black mix, and hand painted using denatured alcohol and acetone for the rest. Oh, hearing myself now.
What?
Oh,
What? What's going on here?
You got to use headphones or we're going to get feedback.
we hear ourselves.
What?
Oh,
What? What's going on here? Oh, God. But I won't know what you say ahead of time when you say. Oh, all right. All right, what's going on here?
Put the things in your ears.
I'm in. They're in. That's what she said. They're in.
oh wait, are we good now?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're
Yeah.
good.
What do you think, Xander?
This is heavy. This is some tough stuff here.
Heavy.
I see what you did there.
Little wordplay. I liked this one when I first saw it. I liked obviously like the tarnishing, the patina kind of feel because it gave it more of a authenticity just in the theme. But again, you got, good color choices and that kind of not consistent gray. So,
Yeah.
which would, emit that metallic-y kind of trick. And
Yeah, it's not just like a solid wall of color. It's.
I mean, what kind of disc? What disc is this? Is this some major beef here? Or?
It better be beefy.
It's a zone.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's beefy for headwinds.
All right.
We'll give it that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Pretty standard beef.
It's not a stego, but I mean, it'll do. It'll do. All right. So how's everyone doing? Yeah.
I still have a Z plastic zone that Jory did for me years ago, and it's still got some beef to it. So
can we recognize that we got X to the Z in the house, and it's an honor for all of us to be blessed with his presence.
You just chill. Oh my gosh! I saw you guys were doing stuff. I got a what?
Said you look like you're Morpheus.
Listen. I have to give a little atmosphere. I get a little presence. I can't be like Dave and just meander in with facial hair and rely on this here. All right. So what else is going on? Give me what else do people think about this here?
I think it's epic. Like I've never seen anybody do a weight disc.
Nope.
And I think it was for a bodybuilder originally. And it was like a meaningful, deep, like, oh, I'm going to give you this gift that means something to you, which always like boosts it 10 points, right? Like put in that time to do something special for somebody and then come out with something completely epic and out of the box is just money.
Yeah, it says it's a Christmas present for a family member. And then, like the fact, like it's an overstable, like heavy disc, with the weight, like it's just that little extra touch.
It's beautiful.
That I appreciate. Dave, do you got your second? What's your second pick?
Oh wait, real quick. I wanted to give a shout out. I didn't want to pop my koozie sponsor. I don't know if anyone knows about this. And then I wanted to get this up. I don't know if this comes visible. This is how I top my.
Oh, this is how I die. Kateri.
Nice.
You're just repping hard.
I'm hard this evening. If I had a glass sponsor.
The ultimate hype man.
Yeah,
right
it's bad, dude.
All right, I'm sorry, Dave. I did not mean to cut you off. I just wanted to throw a little prep there.
You bought him some time.
We can hear you.
No.
Oh, okay. Should we just scroll? We got like all of our picks in. Do you want to just start at the top and scroll? Check everybody out?
Yes.
Silasha said, what socks are you wearing, though? Hard. I got some Ivan socks on. You know this. You're just not flexible enough to show us.
I don't want to show you my feet, okay?
Again.
That costs extra.
Boom.
You gotta subscribe to the foot tier of the Dyers Guild.
Jory might still be lurking in the comments. You don't want to pop those feet up there.
He knows.
And we love Jory. It's not the same without him.
And if
you get me in the DMs there, buddy. I'll get you.
And if he's not in the chat, he'll pop in because it's like his spidey sense, like the hairs on the back of his neck or the top of his feet will stand up and he just appears.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Don't you know?
Hey-o. All right, so we're gonna start at the top here and scroll down because we had a bunch of other submissions. And CJ Webb, once again, I feel like he was at the top the last episode too. He's on it as soon as the page comes up. He said, let's get this party started. He said, gotta love a good spin die.
Oh, Emily, Just Dies by Emily is in the house, y'all.
Whoop, whoop.
Hi, Emily.
Are you going to go to Idlewild with Emily, Jillian?
I am. Yeah, I'm going to MCO and Idlewild, so that'll be awesome. I actually saw Emily at Idlewild last year, or the year before.
That's
So yeah,
awesome. She said I need to join so we can have a girl party.
yes.
It's gonna be hard, but I'll try. Just for you guys. I don't care about the pros.
Xander, I
This
know
thing
Okay.
is
you're-
epic.
Whoa.
All right. I see
know
my
you're the-
K's are up. My
Yes,
K's are in the
I was
house.
gonna
All
say,
right.
Yeah, Xander is the resident Cast-A-Class
Well,
fanboy here.
okay. Again, we're just making excursions of things, but I do see my K. Okay, and I will say, like, this looks like a good version of something that I feel like as someone who's been spin dying for a bit. Like I'm seeing Eric do this a lot now with the like neons and stuff. That like
Mhm.
real great bend, that contouring,
Yeah.
that
That's crazy.
absolutely like, especially from a distance, you're looking around, you see those ripples, man. That's awesome. But then you get close to it,
Yeah.
and these like almost hieroglyphic-y, with the negative space in that, and again, kind of seen glue beds in a lot of different ways and stuff, but I'm never not impressed with something else that I'm like, yeah, I've never seen that. That's awesome. Which is just like Brittany said, it could be just a curved hand gesture, it could be some polka dots or whatever, and then raked out, it just turned into these wild patterns.
Yeah, it looks
Very
like he
cool stuff.
raked outwards from the
Mhm.
middle and then did the little squigglies, which is very cool.
Mhm.
Like the order of operations is specific and it works really well.
Mhm.
CJ is one of the resident all-stars of the Roundtable review. I feel like he's always
Yes.
got great submissions. I mean, look at this. The little glass shatter stencil here.
Mhm.
Come on. Great stuff. And that is a
Dojo's
design.
been pretty active.
Yeah.
Pretty active lately.
Yep,
Mhm.
on Instagram, and that's another person when I log on to Facebook. Like anytime I start scrolling, I feel like I'm going to see at least one of his discs. So this is from Martin Disc Design. Said probably the second hardest NES games next to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Is this the Silver Surfer?
That is correct. Can't speak to the game though.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen the game.
All I know from memory is this Battletoads is impossible.
I'm not gonna lie, that's sexy. That just high lit, neon, like just smidge. That crushes it. And Jory's been doing that stuff too. He's been like having a nice, like strong, sharp black, and then he just comes around nice with, some just accent color that sets it off so good. That's sharp as hell.
Yeah.
And again, there's another one. The neon would probably pop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty dope. That was Martin Disc Design, and this is also Martin Disc Design. This is something before we went live. I was just kind of scrolling through, and I was like, guys,
this thing.
We got to hit this because look at this thing. Have you seen anything so smooth? Like smooth in the sense of the spin fade or the fade in the background, and then also like the stencil, the lotion painting. It's just it's smooth.
So clean.
So clean.
So smooth.
So what technique are we starting to think that this might be?
Let's see if they said. It just says smooth.
It said smooth. That is smooth.
So I feel
okay.
I feel like I've seen people do like, I don't know if this is a spin, but I've heard of people doing like shading with like paper towels and whatnot.
Yeah, accidents. I think.
Yeah, that's what I think it is, like an alcohol shading with like a cotton pad or something.
Yeah, on Instagram, they just said trying some new techniques, and I'm liking the results. So let's go with it. So yeah, it's Martin Disc Design, a lot of cool shit here.
Oh, wow, look at that Batman. Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
another submission.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Oilers, like it's almost like a Pepsi themed. Wow, these are all very, very smooth and very, very clean.
Mm-hmm. I like seeing everybody guessing in the chat, like, I think it's this. Yeah, a lot of DA comments. That's still hard to do, and it's so symmetrical.
Where's my boy Moogs? Ready to pop out like
He was in,
like I die in water. Just rub for a really long time or something. It's like
I'm gonna try it. That's good. See what happens.
I like the stand here too, like the blue and then this like pretty gold stand.
Yeah.
I feel like it's made for like one of those decorative plates.
It's pretty bougie. I like that stand.
It is.
That's as close as they'll get to a trophy this year.
Oh.
Sorry, Packers got taken out.
That game was rough. All right, let's scroll a little further here. We got another one from Chaz. Kind of like same kind of theme here with the shield and the sword on a glitch. Just more good shit. Come on.
Compliment to the other.
Yeah, kind of like a fire and ice, or fire and water. Dope.
Yeah, Song of Fire and Ice is a pretty common theme in the fantasy realm.
I mean, definitely popped a little, again, that drop shadowy kind of feel with the sword, giving it that, like, the sword's behind the shield kind of a feel.
Mm-hmm.
That little shimmer there on the blade, that's sharp.
A lot of little details on that sword.
Mm-hmm. And the glitch, the 2023 Dyer's Choice of the Year for Moldat, I think,
Chef's kiss. Something about that neutron plastic too. I don't think I've ever gotten a bleed on neutron plastic. Like, I don't know.
The stamps are so deep, though.
I love stamps, though.
You just keep them.
Yeah.
He's like, stamps to do it on the lazy wave. It doesn't matter.
I've gotten bleeds on neutron, let me tell you.
I'm the hashtag
it's
save
the worst.
I just don't even mess with it. I'm like, I have blank MVP. That is your option.
Yeah.
Or glue bed background. That's it. Dave, you can pop on. I'm gonna take a bathroom break.
So we got another regular here, Smintini. And like seeing it like without zooming in, I was kind of like, what? Like, what is this exactly? And then you click on this and you're like, holy shit. Some more of this stained glass style, which I feel like is, as Dave would say, it's so hot right now.
So hot right now.
It's so hot right now. And like the different textures in here, like I feel like you got like one glue bed here, one glue bed there.
Like, how many different glue beds is that? 1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Yeah, Zane, do you charge per glue bed? And like what's the rate on that?
And you have to like
this
mask it off too.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
3.
But this, you could tell this was like a passion project, like
1,
feel
2.
to it.
Yeah, you got a purple one, a blue one, and then
the deserty one.
And then you've got like some that just looks like they're filled in afterwards, like not necessarily a bed.
Actually,
he did good on those.
Stamp.
I just realized, is that a face or a head? Yeah, it's a cop.
Dude, are you serious? Do you not know who that is?
Well, now that I squint and look at it.
That makes sense. You got to squint to see him.
I also think it said in the description too.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, yeah. That. I mean, it. Like, for what it was, this was. I would have been challenged with this many beds and recoverings and all that.
So Forge asks, how does one mask between the different beds? Is it like glue, vinyl?
Zane, I think he's in here. Said too many weeds to count.
Yeah. He crushed this. This was a cool idea and execution.
Well, and I think he's got a
Oh,
few on here. He's just constantly crushing shit.
That's
Oh.
a great picture right there with the in the light. And then look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I would never know who did this.
So Spintini says stencil, glue bed, lotion, alcohol for shading, which we touched on earlier in the episode. And here it is, in action. It's kind of what we're talking about here. And then, I definitely wanted to get to this. Ivan, our man,
Sure.
a lot of our dealers, our disc dealers, is the plastic pusher of the Dyers Guild.
He does good. He does good.
And I feel like this is like one of his go-to styles that he's championed. Like what do you even call it? I feel like artistically, what do you call this?
Avant-garde.
Yeah. But I even said this to him in conversation. I'm like, when I see these like out and around, like I associate it now with him.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially since he turned them into socks. But
yeah. Yeah, he's always good with the swag too. The socks, the bands, the stickers. If you haven't been to DeliciousDisc.com, you'd be wise to check it out. I'll say that.
Great
all
with
around, great dude.
Great with blanks. Great with blanks.
Got one from Rick Penley. Said stencil hot dip for the main body. Rest is PCAD mixed with acetone, small increments, then washed, then reapply to get the desired effect. Now, is this okay? So this does look like a halo disc. I didn't know if it was a halo or a spin around the outside.
Oh, I thought it was dyed. Yeah.
It looks like it's dyed. That bottom ridge is really imperfect in that corner there.
Huh.
Yeah, I love how that like stone kind of fits in the groove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that must have been dyed after the fact, huh? Or did he place?
I don't know. I feel like halos. This is like where the injection mold. Like I don't know. I could be wrong.
That'd be pretty wild if that's just the way the plastic molded.
Yeah, it's like a really clean halo aside from that one little part.
The image, the whole thing is really clean, really well executed.
Yeah, I like how dark, the character in this is. It's like a dark, bold shadow creature.
He says it's a halo disc. So did you purposely put those flying out right where that divots? That's super cool.
Yeah. Even if you didn't, just say it was intentional. We'll believe you.
It seems intentional.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't.
Yeah, it's
fun. And Avatar's hot.
Oh, no.
We did that one.
Yeah, okay, so that's Boogly.
Oh, the fish. Yes.
So good.
Bleeds, ... and what to save / ditch when adapting a stencil. Always a puzzler.
My thoughts were this is a good place for Jory to step in. I was like, I really want to address this topic, but man, that's a struggle for me too. It's not easy to know what to keep and what to, but I think you made all the right choices in this case.
Yeah. I actually watched him do this live because he's he grinds harder than I see a lot of other dyers, and he does it right in front of your face every day.
Yeah,
he is a sharer of knowledge.
And I remember he sat there and just like worked this 3-dimensional fish And I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
killed that. Killed it.
I think he was using cute cotton swabs to do the shading, and I caught some of that too. And I was like, I don't really have anything to tell you because you're killing it, man. The color is amazing. The shading is fantastic. The background, excellent.
He might have gone through like 4 or 5 different colors, like with the blues.
That's the way. That's the way. That's
It was
what I do
awesome.
too. Yeah.
It was so awesome.
Those subtle differences make a great final product.
Another from Martin.
Beautiful. I mean, obviously, Batman is the best comic book hero. So we'll start there.
I don't hear any
No dissension.
arguments on that.
Yeah, I'm a big Batman guy myself, especially like the newer adaptations. And I like the fact that it's just black and white.
Beautiful.
In the front.
Yeah, great use of negative space. It didn't
Yeah,
need a thing.
Love the contrast. And the texturing in the background.
Mm-hmm. It's like some sponge lotion, I would guess.
Think so.
It's dope. Matches your sweater.
It's freaking bats.
Yeah. Another from Smintini. Love the mask on the diamond in the center here.
I'm assuming he colored in the snake.
It says extended the stamp. Did he?
I think the stamp is just up at the top and the side, maybe, and then the bottom part he added.
That makes sense.
No way. That's so cool.
So smart. So clever.
Yeah,
he's a beast.
he thinks outside the box a lot. That's like very cool with dyeing right now.
So I think let me pull it up here.
He did that just for you, Red. He's like, I'm saving this stamp. Red's gonna be so proud.
So yeah, it's just here.
Yeah, look at that. Look how much
really
he added.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's like
you can't even tell.
It's literally just the face almost. So
yeah.
Impressive.
Dude.
This is
That's
Dyeforge
dope.
discs. If you're not familiar, get familiar.
What, this disc?
I believe so.
This
or
is
was it?
Smintini.
Oh, it's Smintini. My bad. Dyeforge commented it's only the head part of the stamp, so I just kind of assumed it was him, but that's my bad. Also Smintini, same thing.
Just thinking outside of the box here. Like, I don't know if I've seen someone do something like that before.
Nope.
And we couldn't even tell which parts were added.
Yeah.
That's insane.
that's the best.
That is
We're like,
insane.
oh, what part was it? The side and the bottom only, or what the heck did he add? I'm like, oh no,
Yeah,
everything but the face.
you guys wipe stamps and not just add to them.
Not just make it a whole
Hashtag
thing.
save the stamps. Leading the
Super
revolution.
impressive.
Zane's joining the team.
That is pretty rad. To when you zoomed in and be like, oh wow, that is.
Yeah, you can barely tell.
That
Even
is-
when we zoom in.
Impressive.
Mm-mm.
More from Zane. Just come on.
Ooh.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Unreal detail.
I saw he cited like the artist that he got this from, and I checked out the original comparative to this. And I was like, yeah. You could see the, Zane added to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that background is excellent,
Definitely
Great
got a
blues and
unique
that.
style. Whether it's the colors, the shading, or like the stencils, the artwork he makes himself, or the way he edits things, like he's got a very specific vibe.
He just adds the rest of the snake,
Got Nate Rack up here with another stained glass style, which is, like we said, it's so hot right now.
So that's the first stained glass dye he ever did. and it turned out awesome.
First attempt, and there's your UV pick.
Yeah. Nice job.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
looks good.
First try.
That's
I want to see
That
what
looks
his
good.
12th try is going to look like. I mean, I see this to a hot
How-
start.
how
If we
many
come from here.
people. How many people die? Like now, okay, Brittany, I actually know you do, but how many people other than her die with the like no lights on, just a UV light, just to dye it in the UV reactant sense?
I'm sure there's people out there, but it does make a difference. You get a more smooth finish. You can, because you pick up things on the UV light that you don't pick up in regular light.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Huh.
I've seen what's his name? Rye guy. He'd had the Yoda with the lightsaber, and you'd see it in the UV, and you're like, it pops completely
Mhm.
through your screen.
Yeah, it helps you be intentional with your glow if you're going to do glow or UV stuff.
Hmm.
It's very helpful to have that black light.
Let's hit some more Simpson stuff here. Look at this.
So cool.
It's from Corbin. Corbin, how do you say that? Brazil? Brazil? Corbin B. And I see a lot of his stuff on Instagram.
That's rush.
Look at this thing. And the
Dang.
UV pick.
And that's a shaving cream background, yeah?
I don't know. Is it?
All right.
5th or 6th stencil he's ever attempted. Yeah, I don't know.
And when you look at the UV, it kind of looks like it.
I was just gonna
I
say,
don't think
check
I-
on the UV again.
Okay, yeah.
Because you can see the like individual little bits.
I mean, maybe a flatbed, like just tapped out, but you can only really tell, yeah, in the UV. It looks pretty cool, contrasting the.
Yeah. It's like a different disc with the UV.
Mm.
Sick. And got some more cell dyes from Josh. Like I said, I feel like his mixes are just, I always call his mixes dirty. Just
Yeah.
like, your mixes are filthy, dude. Like it's that like TV. Sometimes I'll call it like TV static.
Yeah. It's almost like a little plaid checkeriness in there.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if I've seen him lay these out before, and yeah, he'll do like, you know, the checkerboard, like up and down, turn it horizontal,
Go the other way.
and then either poke it or swipe it, then poke it. Like he just goes for it. Some cool stuff on some clear plastic. A nice little stencil die here.
A lot of little details.
Ooh.
It's on a trash panda, so the recycle symbol is.
Ooh,
That's
Oh.
awesome.
Symbolic.
Yeah.
on a dune. Hell yeah. Well, thanks again to everybody. Oh, sorry.
And I'm very sorry, Smintini, that I called your disc somebody else's. I was just reading the comments, got distracted.
So yeah, this is Die Forge.
Ooh, look at that.
Ooh.
and
that's
I believe
fun.
there's a caption up here.
Austin, isn't that like right up your alley? Horner.
The Die Forge.
Austin. Red's got to scroll down.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh, as far as Celtic goes,
So is
runes.
it Celtic? Is it Viking? I don't know. What is that?
I think
More Celtic?
those
'Cause
be
of the
Celtic
knots?
knots, but those are rune. Like those could be Vikings. Vikings are so hot right now.
Yeah, the letters
Runes.
do seem a little more.
Runes. I think many cultures have had runes.
It's hard to say which is which because they both have knots. But yeah, it does look a little more Celtic now that you like the letters, right? Are Greek.
So he's asking for some tips
Okay.
here. Tried getting some texture after watching Kateri's video on T Diddy. Laid down some yellow, then red with detergent and sponge. Threw in my dehydrator for increasingly long sit times, and while I expected/wanted some orange, I thought the red would eventually take, but it never got any darker than orange. Any tips? Thinking maybe I should just add some more red to the mixture. So we
I
wanted
think
more red.
do it one at a time. Do the orange, then do the red, or vice versa. What's the medium?
Detergent.
Yeah, I think she's a one at a time, but I'm not 100% on that. I wonder which red super saturate your mixture, says Jory.
Okay.
Lotion topical.
Did quite a few layers with the red. Which red were you using?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Could you use a darker shade?
Go for the blood red.
Blood red or eye dye red are both
Eye dye.
pretty strong. Yeah, Flame Scarlet comes out pretty orange if you in certain mediums. So I would try a different red, that eye dye or that blood red. I love blood red. That's my go-to.
Again, eye dye red. I would ease into that. Just baby steps. That's.
I think Kateri uses it.
Use gloves and baby steps. I don't even know what to say. You know?
Flame Scarlet is almost like a coral for me in a lot of mediums. It's not. I've seen people get a good red out of it, but for me, it's more orange. Crimson is super deep. I don't have that one. Eye dye crimson.
I don't have that one either. I've seen it though.
Reds are always usually. I mean, the really reds are pretty aggressive. I would try a different red.
Yeah, especially like if you're going on top of some yellow, you're gonna want it to be a darker shade for sure. But yeah, I mean, good stuff regardless.
Yeah,
it turned out super cool. Never would have guessed that wasn't what you anticipated.
Yeah.
And look who we got here.
Oh, hey there.
I don't like this at all. I'm against this. I disapprove. I'm going Simon Cowell on this. I disapprove of this immediately. No.
No for me, dog.
No. This is too much. And you know why? I'll tell you exactly why. I'm sick of these printed discs and these people, and they do this stuff, and then they're like, and I dyed it. And I'm like, come on, you didn't do that. Come on, I know you didn't do that.
I just paid $10,000 for a printer. That's not.
Come on, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Look at, you know it's good when I saw it before, and I'm still leaning in to look at it deeper again. Like, come on.
Yeah.
All right, we got glue bed. We got lotion painting. Couple different blues. It's like one purple. Yeah, it's all right. You know, I'd take it.
Clear glue,
I mean,
bed, denatured black stencil, lotion hand painting.
I remember the saturation of my first dye, but I guess like like I said, I really do adore this color accenting that he's brushing almost in the low light highlight kind of way in both of these, but in a lot of the stuff he's been doing lately that really pops the negative space so much more, or creates a color depth, either way. Again, I disapprove. I don't like this.
What plastic is that? Because it took really well for a clear disc.
Yeah, agreed. It takes a lot of extra time, heat.
You can kind of see the stamp background looks like an antler.
Oh,
it's runes on it too, or the Celtic dots.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good eye.
Is that what that is? Is
and
like the
still no bleeds? Look at that.
I don't like the fact that he has a dealer for this glass plastic. Like, who the heck has glass plastic? God, oh my gosh. Foul. Yellow card. I don't know.
The medium he said was glue bed and lotion painting, I believe. Someone asked what.
And someone told me he does it on a bus. You're like, get
Yeah.
what? Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Get out of here.
Yeah, while it's moving. too.
Silly talk.
While it's moving.
I mean, I think there's a few spots where I could see some vinyl maybe sticking, So
Yeah.
I'm
7.5.
totally kidding.
This is like the 5th time I've leaned in to be like, holy crap, look at that.
I love that you left the glue bed on the outside. That's
Oh yeah, like on the rim.
I've been doing that on my stained glass. I think it's nice.
Yeah, like
See it
Yeah.
peeking
the
out
negative
there.
spaces, the glue bed, and
Going
then the negative spaces and like the lotion hand painting. It's a lot. Complements really well.
But like he even seeing some of the stuff that he started doing earlier, and then whatever this stuff that he's doing now, that thing that he submitted for the whatever competition, Jesus,
Unreal.
Oh my gosh.
like his use of negative space
Mhm.
really has inspired me to
Note.
not yeah,
Yeah.
definitely don't color everything.
Yeah,
It
you
looks
don't need
better
to.
with some spread. Yeah.
What I like the most about this is that he didn't go with like, all right, this has to be red, yellow, orange over here, and it has to be blue, purple
Yeah.
over here. It's slightly different than your typical contrasting colors, but still has complete contrast.
And if you asked him why, he'll say something like, well, because life doesn't always paint in the same palette, my friend. And I'll be like, God, all right, you're right.
It's philosophical like that.
He's amazing
Yeah.
like that. He always has something smart to say right when I think and it's like, you're right. I'm sorry.
Like we need like a book of like dye poetry from Jory.
Yeah. And philosophy, like dye
Yeah.
philosophy.
Yeah.
From a bus. Okay.
Yeah. And then there could be like instructions on how to like tune the engine of a bus. It's just like a smorgasbord of different Jory things.
Also, I hand constructed all of my tools. I forged them in the woods with materials that I mined myself.
You literally Minecraft every bit of his existence, and we just live in his world now. Good.
We're all just followers at this point. We're just like, what would Jory do right now? Down by the river. Yes, exactly.
Dave, can we get some what would Jory do merch going here? Can that start with the Dyers Guild?
It's still WWJD.
Oh God! Oh, never mind. Flag. Never mind. We don't want to be canceled. Canceled. Forget it.
All right.
Erase. Edit that out.
Once again, thank you to everyone. All of these. I mean, it's been a blast scrolling through everybody's work here. It's getting better and better every episode, and we appreciate it. This has been great. The new dyers, the returning dyers, just great stuff all around. I do have to close things out here. I know we're running a little late right now, but do you guys want to play? I have another game. If we want to close out on a quick game, you guys into that?
Is it multiple choice?
So this is actually going to be a team effort instead of solo effort. So you guys got to work kind of together here and brainstorm. Can you guys do that?
We're team players.
But how do I win? How do I win if we work together?
That's the thing. That's the point. Like you all have to win together.
Well, I think we're gonna fight, but that's good. That's better.
That's
better
good
for
radio.
views. Yeah.
That's good radio. That's good video. All right. So this one is going to be guess the shade. So we'll do 2 discs here. I've got like a simpler one and then a more complex one. And I'm going to bring the disc up, and you guys are going to have to work together to guess what shades of Pro Chemical and dye are being used on these discs?
Like, that would be neon pink cerise or
That's neon
cerise or
purple.
however.
That's neon purple.
Neon purple.
You think
So
it's
there's-
cerise pink?
There's two colors here. There's a black and then the pink.
Maybe. Well, you know what? Maybe I should take my sunglasses off. Maybe that would freaking help. All right.
It could be cerise pink. I know neon purple is very pink,
The
Well,
neon
well,
purple
give it the-
does look very pink.
True.
and it gets brighter than the cerise in my
What?
opinion.
Give us a zoom here, man. I mean,
There is
some
a
of us
zoom
are over.
action.
Some
It's
of us
not
are over
against you, Ray.
28 here. I mean, come on, like play with us.
What color is the stamp? I bet they were trying to go with the color of the stamp.
I'm trying to see what you're talking about here, Dave. This? Haha. Let's see if I can make it even. There we go.
I feel like it's a trick. That's why I'm going purple.
And this is Travis from Frosted Frakes Disc on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
So what are we? We're guessing about the knots
shade
on
of-
the outside.
Yeah, so the outside, there's a pink and a black. So there's just the two colors.
Oh, okay.
Dave, if you think it's pink, give us a 1. If you think it's a purple, give us a 2. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, I feel like you can pick pink or
Um,
purple and then go from there.
What can we... Red? Jillian, what do you think?
I'm gonna go pink.
Cerise pink? Specifically?
Yeah, I think so. There's another one. Is it like fluorescent? I haven't really used that one though.
Fluorescent pink.
Yeah. I think that's a little more
Fluorescent-
bubblegummy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
That
I think
would
it's
be
the
like-
neon.
Oops.
Yeah.
Fluorescent pink or cerise pink? Cerise pink, is that what we're thinking?
cerise.
I
Yeah.
think so.
All right, want to lock in cerise?
Not for me.
She says, "Not my pink."
I'm sure I'm totally wrong. Rit
And-
pink. Oh, garbanzo rit pink.
Yeah, chat. What do you guys think? What do we got in the chat?
Xander's left cheek pink. So there.
Coming soon.
Here, somewhere in the hue of here.
All right.
What's the
Rock.
eye dye pink? I haven't messed with the eye dye pinks. I think nothing's that vibrant.
That's personally what I use exclusively. I think the eye dye pink is. Hey, I think the eye dye pink is like a bubble gum kind of shade. At least like for my purposes, it comes out. I always say it's like bubblicious bubble gum.
Well, I've used the fluorescent pink as blush a lot of times,
Oh.
but I'll use it like a DA mix or something, and just like bring it up real slow. So I don't think even if you hit it with acetone that it would ever build up that deep necessarily. So
Now, something that might be tricky with this one, I just realized this isn't necessarily a white disc. It's got that kind of tan shade to it, so that might kind of throw things off a little bit. Why am I helping you guys?
Are you saying we're
I was-
wrong?
I know,
I
I'm
was
just,
I think he tried to give us an out.
I think that is, yeah, you're just trying to fake us. Get out of here.
For the record, Emily is with me. I'm not crazy.
Wait, Emily thinks it's the purple.
Yeah.
She thinks
So
it's
does
fluorescent
Greg.
purple.
Based
So
on
I mean,
got
it-
way off.
previous comments, I think we might.
No, it wouldn't be, outlandish to think that. It definitely has a very close similarity.
What was the time and saturation? I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Garbanzo says it's obviously Caribbean, guys. Jeez.
Get out of here.
And then the
I
black,
don't-
I mean, that black's kind of a toss-up. You can't really.
Oh,
see too
are we supposed to
closely.
guess the black?
I mean, you can.
I mean,
I feel like the pink's
could
the
be
name.
cool. Could be cool black.
Could be. I like
But yeah.
that.
You guys want to lock in your pink or purple?
Everybody says pink. I'm outvoted.
And
I'm
then
guessing
like the
purple
shade,
based on context clues.
and then the shade of pink. I feel like you guys were tossing around 2 different shades here. Whether it's
cerise feels pretty dominant.
Yeah.
All right, so this is actually
I love how we're already.
it's fluorescent pink, actually.
Oh man.
It is
No
not
way.
cerise.
What a burn. What a burn to all of us.
Dang.
Okay, so I've never done this before, and whatever.
None of this
What-
matters.
what-
Okay.
What was it wasn't lotion, or was it lotion?
They didn't specify. I'm gonna guess that. The only thing I'll say, and I mean it's easy for me to say this as like I already know the answer. I feel like the sea rise is like a little brighter than this, and the floor. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know if the color, the base color of the disc is kind of throwing stuff off, but when I think of the sea rise, I think of brighter. It's like a hotter shade.
That is, yeah. But here's the thing. We are all privy to Brother Moogly. And Brother Moogly now says if you hyper saturate the medium, you could get all sorts of extra colors out of things like Caribbean
sure.
plus. And so, I mean, that's why, it's, I guess, that's Barbie pink right there.
That was a bit of a tough one.
It was a good it was a good one to present us.
What black was it? Did we even get the black? Is the black?
Yeah, so the black was actually Dark Dungeon.
Okay.
That's a Jory
Which
shade,
Dave-
isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say Dave doesn't like that because it's a Jory color. Yeah.
I feel like that's been brought up before.
That has to be continued as a running joke.
Are we allowed to throw shade during the shade guessing portion?
There's never not a right time to throw shade. If you're from
Shade
Wisconsin.
inception.
Shadeception.
Are you giving us another pink?
Oh.
Oh, that's clearly fluorescent pink. Totally.
So this one, I'll break this down. This is Chaz, Dark Shepherd. So we'll break this down into 3 parts, and we're going to close out with this one. So I've broken it down. Well, Chaz has broken it down into the Homer shades, the donut colors, and then the background. And so there's the yellow for Homer, and then there's the color for the beard. So there's 2 colors here. So what do you think the yellow is, and then what do you think the beard color?
Can we guess the pink?
You want to start with the pink? What do you think the pink is? If you want to start there.
I'm just kidding. Pink is the worst. Forget pink. Pink doesn't exist.
Okay, so Homer, like, what are we thinking that yellow shade is? Because this kind of came up earlier with like the Bart dye, and we were saying like how accurate it was. And in my mind, I kind of was like, well, what is the yellow? Well, we have the answer. What do you guys think it is?
I would guess dandelion.
Yeah, maybe
That was my first thought, but that's really the only yellow I mess with.
A darker shade of dandelion, maybe. That just could be the shading that's done to it, maybe.
Yeah, there's no blend, so this is all just like every color is one color.
Pure.
My vote's dandelion.
I don't have buttercup, so I don't know what that looks like. Isn't that a color?
Buttercup's too orange for that.
Okay, so it's definitely not lemon zest. We're gonna eliminate here. It's not bright yellow. Dandelion?
Dandelion.
Yeah.
Sure.
It is dandelion.
Oh my gosh, we're not failures.
There
We
you
needed
go.
that.
Well done. And then the beard. I feel like this is tough because I don't really mess. I mean, at least for me personally, I don't really mess around with a lot. Yeah.
I'm going espresso.
I don't think it's eye-dye brown, and that's the one. That's the brown I use. So
I'll give you the hint. It's all pro chemical.
Okay. That's helpful. I don't think it's chocolate. I could be wrong.
How many different shades are there? Is chocolate, espresso? Is there another
I
one?
think that's it. That's what I have, but
Okay.
yeah, my vote would be espresso. Chat, what do you guys think?
Got a second on that.
Creative Disc Golf says looks like espresso.
I have very important information. Travis said I may have given you the wrong pink. It was in fact neon cerise pink.
Oh my god!
Oh, plot twist.
This
You
is
don't tell them that.
this is M. Night Shyamalan level changery.
Yeah, it's like the plot twist. So yeah, good work, guys.
We're
Yep.
just gonna hope that's true. All
We're
right.
2 for 2 now.
Yeah, it's all downhill from here.
Yeah.
Now I'm feeling good about espresso. Now
Yeah.
I'm feeling better.
Yeah, don't second guess the gut instinct.
I believe you.
All right, so it is actually
Oh, no.
chocolate.
It is chocolate.
It is chocolate.
I used that yesterday, but it was in DA, so it was different.
How's Homer got chocolate before he's eating the donut? That doesn't make sense.
So yeah, the beard is chocolate. So then we'll move to the donut. The donut has a pink. Yeah, just the pink and the brown.
Can you scroll back up?
Oh, what, to this?
It's the same.
I like it.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's the same color for the pink?
I think so, yeah.
I mean, that's pretty bright. Yeah.
More saturated, more heat, something.
And then for
But
the
it's
brown,
in the same kind of hue.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with that.
it almost looks a little like brighter on the donut. And that might just be the lighting.
Yeah, it could be the plastic type too.
And
So
it's
what
like a
about-
dark chunk?
What about the brown for the donut?
The other one.
The brown on the bottom there, the donut.
So if we had chocolate for the beard, is the other one espresso?
Maybe now it's espresso.
I'd have just let the donut sit longer.
I'm with that.
I would be lazy and
Touche.
use the same brown and just let it sit longer. Is why I say that.
So you gotta put yourself in the mind of the dyer here. I need like a shot clock here.
More chocolate on the donut. That makes sense.
I need
Yeah.
Dave to put up.
And
like
Red's
a
trying to
30
trick
second-
us, so I think it's gonna be.
Burns
I absolutely
brown.
hate when he starts the sentence. Actually, I'm like, all right, we have already
Traitor.
such tension you build in me. My God.
Same.
You got the counter up. Dave, give me a 30-second timer here. There we go. All right. You got clock ticking.
I'm stressed now.
Yes, that shade.
Wait.
I think
Question
we go
again?
with the same. What do you guys think?
Same. I would be shooketh if it were 2 different browns.
It looks
So-
very different, but we know that's how disc dyeing works.
All right. So it is. It's the sea rise pink. You were correct, and it is chocolate.
Oh heck yeah!
So
Let's
I'm
go.
guessing I think
Chocolate and chocolate plus. Okay. Okay.
Jillian nailed
All
it
right.
there. Like, well, it
Dark-
could be
Dark chocolate.
the same color but a longer sit time, and I think that's. I
Mhm.
think you're right on the money with that.
Yep.
See what you're doing there. See
You're
what
like,
you're
yeah.
doing
Why
there.
would I pull out like another different brown? I mean, you could, but like, you already got it out. It makes sense.
You could have gave us like the green and the blue in there,
Oh,
boost our confidence a little.
Dave said it's double chocolate. That's
Double
chocolate.
chocolate.
Double chocolate. Yes.
And then finally we have the background. So the background
Okay.
this is so it's going to be a blue, a purple, a yellow, and a green. So you got 4.
Are you sure?
That'd just be the normal lime green.
Key lime.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
lime.
key lime.
Key lime.
We all agree on key
Faux
lime.
show.
Yep.
Caribbean.
Faux show.
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Boop 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 boop.
Neon purple.
If you're neon purple, if that's the purple, yeah, for sure. And what
And
did you
then
say that
there's
fourth
a-
color
A
was?
yellow.
There's a yellow.
Lemon zest.
Okay.
Although it's mixed a lot with that.
I think it
I was
mixed
gonna,
with
yeah.
green.
I'm still going lemon zest. It fits the vibe.
Dave, 30-second timer.
Oh, I think you're right.
It's basically like the
Zoom in. Just like a
If
neon
it was
package.
neon, if it was neon orange, I almost wouldn't even second guess it. That's the only reason when he said yellow, I was like, all right.
You can see a few bits of it
I
under
think
the
I'm
pink.
like 20% from the right, near the bottom. There's like a sliver of what just looks yellow alone.
Okay.
And then center left, you got a little yellow.
So
Lemon
what are you
zest.
locking in as the yellow?
Lemon zest.
Guys,
Yeah.
you nailed them all. You got
Boom, 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 boom.
You nailed it.
Yeah, we did.
No one had
Yeah,
any
we
doubts
did.
at any moment.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, shit. Next
What?
time we're gonna get harder. We're gonna step up the difficulty level. But yeah, good job all
You don't
around.
have to. You can just boost our confidence and make us look like professionals and like pretend.
You just
it's an
feel like-
It's not fun. It's not fun. It's not fun for me.
I thought you were one of us.
The first half of the episode, yes. This part,
It's on.
yeah.
I just realized you put X to the Z under my face, dude.
He's clever, that one.
Crafty.
All right, everybody. So good stuff all around. Again, that second one was from Chaz from Dark Shepherd Disguise on Instagram. But yeah, good stuff all around. Any final thoughts? Xander, we're going to start with you since you hopped in a little late here. Thank you, by the way. Any final thoughts for tonight?
About what?
Just
I mean, I think you
saw.
guys. I love Brittany's hair. I think you did a good job. You know, I thought this is another success. You know, Jory for president. You know,
What would Jory do? Die.
what
What would Jory die?
What?
Oh,
Oh my God! What?
That was him. He
It's
said that.
evolving. It's evolving.
That's what he said.
And all we need is the letters. Let people just, come up with their own thing, Dave. I'm just saying, merchandising.
I'd
I'd
wear
buy
that
that.
shirt if there's bats on it.
No, I appreciate being anywhere near the same stage or outlet as all these people, and I think this roundtable review is always something that I look forward to, and I know a lot of the other die community, and I want to hear the rest of the disc golf community enjoying this and participating in this and becoming a bigger part of what the guild and everything is progressing into.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Well said, man. Well said.
Phew.
All right, thank you so much for joining. It was a
Yeah,
pleasure.
thanks.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Love
Yeah,
you.
see you later.
All right. So what did I miss? Anything good? No.
No.
Damn. Well,
drinking
hopefully,
booze out of a straw because when I do the can thing, it looks really ridiculous.
Xander was a little bit more entertaining than me.
No one can
You
replace
guys
you,
are
Dave.
equals.
Oh,
Yeah. Entertaining in
We're
different
all-
ways. Come on.
Community.
Yes. Well, I think that was another successful one. I think we had at least 27 views at the most. So, hey,
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. And more submissions than the last episode. It's just been going up and up.
yeah, I think we had 39 people submit something.
that's pretty sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This was
excited
really
for the next
fun.
one. Yeah, and thanks to Jillian for hopping in.
Yeah, thanks for having me all. That was really fun. I really liked the shade game. That was sweet.
The games are always fun. Like,
Yeah.
Red has to get props for that. You bring it with the games, man.
Yeah.
I got some
Really
more in
creative.
mind, so stay tuned.
Good. Yeah, thanks to the chat. Everybody is very entertaining, and you make me giggle the whole time, and then it looks like I'm not paying attention. I blame you all, and I love it. Keep it coming. Thanks for participating.
Absolutely.
And Jillian, it was awesome having you on here as well. I truly admire you as a dyer,
Absolutely.
and it's cool to have you here with us.
Same. It's so awesome to like kind of talk to you and meet you guys.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
we're
really.
all real people.
Yeah. There's faces behind these accounts. I've been trying to this year. I'm going to try to be more visible instead of just like, hiding in the background. So that's one of my goals for this year too.
If you have
so.
any, if you have any tips, let me know.
Yeah, it
It's a great
sucks.
goal.
Like I just like talking into a camera is just like super intimidating for me, and I've never been super into social media, so that's something I'm trying to kind of get better at this year. So
Well,
Well,
I think you nailed it here. Yeah.
I was going to say, speaking and being in front of the camera, you will be doing a live dye clinic February 2nd.
I know that's just like jumping into the deep end, right? Like,
Yes. Well, this
makes
got
it
this
easier.
got your toes wet, so that's
right? Yeah, I feel a lot better now. So
It gets easier. Dave taught me that. Like, get your face out there. Don't just be pictures of discs. Be a person behind the discs.
It'll
Yes.
also help too. It's not like an open mic. Everyone who's coming wants to be there for that specific reason. So
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Can I give a final suggestion?
I guess.
We all say, find your line, craft your piece at the same time.
like a little chant. I love it.
Yes. 3, 2, 1.
Find
your line.
Craft
Craft
your
Craft your
piece.
piece.
Craft your piece.
Okay, we'll work on that.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Everybody have a
thank
good
you.
night.
Thanks for
Yeah.
joining, and we'll talk to you later.
Drive
Catch
safe.
you guys later.
Drink responsibly.